So today we're going to be taking a look at the Elite Squad Trooper based upon their appearance from the Bad Batch series. And I've been holding off on this action figure for quite a while now. It's been readily available for the most part, and in many instances you can find it for below retail. Just hasn't been a high priority, and I knew since you can get it cheap and he's usually available just about everywhere that I'll hold off and get him when the time is right. And I finally did. And I'm glad I did. It's one I knew I wanted in my collection, but it wasn't a high priority. And I'll do a comparison with the TVC figure here in a little bit as well. So if you didn't know, either if you haven't seen the series, the Elite Squad Trooper, even though it's wearing Clone Trooper armor in black, it's not a Clone Trooper underneath. They're just regular enlisted people from around the Galactic Empire. But anyways, we'll take a look at the package here first. Very nice image of the Elite Squad Trooper there. I really like this red. Looks really nice. Another good image of him there. Unfortunately, at the time of this video, we're seeing the last days of the plastic bubble, see-through bubble for the Black Series action figures. We'll see how that turns out here in the next few months. So like I said, this is a really good action figure. I really like it. So it's utilizing the, I believe it was the Camino Clone Trooper was one of the first ones that utilizes this sculpt. Same exact thing, just in black. And also the helmet. It looks kind of goofy on the Ahsoka clone for the Black Series and on that Camino Trooper as well. It looks kind of warped in a lot of ways, but this one, it didn't turn out that way, fortunately. And I think some of it, maybe it's because it's a harder plastic. Maybe Hasbro took a little better care of the production of these. Not entirely sure. I don't have those two on hand to show you. So I kind of treat this more as like a Shadow Clone Trooper instead of the Elite Squad Trooper. It kind of reminds me of the Utapau Shadow Trooper that came out around the time of the Revenge of the Sith 30th anniversary line, somewhere in that time frame. So something unique about this as well, I think part of the reason why some of these clones have those warped helmets is because you can see he has a head underneath there. I don't understand why Hasbro's gone this route where they sculpt a head, and they do a very detailed sculpt as well, and then they glue it, glue the helmet on top of it. It's really interesting to me, and it's a very good head sculpt as well. And unfortunately, Hasbro has not taken the time to actually do a painted head and a removable helmet for any of their clones up until this point. I think the Return of the Jedi Deluxe Boba Fett has this as well, and even some of the figures in the TVC line are starting to go this route. Hopefully at some point we get an actual painted head. I know some people probably are doing customizations and somehow like heating the helmet off and then painting their own head so he has a removable helmet. But it'd be nice if we can get an official one at some point. So in terms of the articulation, it's pretty standard what you would expect from this action figure. It has the ball joint, the neck there, hinge at the shoulders, and you can't get it where the shoulder armor goes over like that. Hinge at the elbows, hinge at the wrists. Of course, this one goes in and out, and this one's up and down. Very good range at his torso there. Then hinged hips, swivel thigh there, then hinged knees, or a double joint at the knees actually. And then the rocker ankles as well. think a lot of the clones are starting to go away from the pinned knees now. This one still has it. In terms of accessories, he just comes with the standard DC-15 rifle. Nothing too unique about it. It's the same one we've been seeing for a long while now. Mine's warped a little bit up, unfortunately. But pretty good sculpting work there. Like how they detailed the sights there. They did a good job. And his visor looks like it's a very dark green. So I'll do a comparison here with the TBC figure. And I actually think the Black Series figure actually looks better than the TBC one. Of course, this one's just a repaint of the same old TBC Clone Trooper sculpt we've been getting all this time. Hopefully at some point Hasbro revisits this, and when they finally release the newly tooled Phase 2 clone, that we can get a new one of this. I highly doubt it though, unfortunately. But that's really all there is to say about this action figure. Like I said, I didn't get this until much later. It's probably been out for, what, maybe a year now at this point. So anyone who's wanted this for their collection probably has it at this point. But if you have not gotten it and you've thought about it before, I would recommend it for your collection. It's a great action figure. Even though it's wearing Clone Trooper armor, it is not a clone. A little bit more on the removable helmet aspect. It would be nice if they sculpted a regular human head besides the Tamora Morrison look underneath to be a little more accurate to the show and maybe distinguish it more from a clone. But I'm going to treat this as like a Shadow Clone Trooper, like I said. So in that case, I would recommend it for your collection. And like I said, at the time of this video, he's usually readily available just about everywhere online. I actually got this for, I think it was about $20, around that range. Usually goes for about retail or maybe a little bit less. That concludes this review. If you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate a lot of support. Enjoy reading all your comments. And also I have my Instagram linked in the description as well for the channel. It's I'll post a lot of pictures there every now and then and try and get that going. Stay tuned for more reviews. There will be plenty more to come in the future. And thanks for watching.